I'm going to tell you the absolute best solo dungeon build in the entire game, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the video showing you why solo dungeons aren't that profitable and you shouldn't waste time doing them. But a lot of people, especially new players, they want to know what is the best possible build that you can use for solo dungeons. And the answer is bolt casters for new players. The reason we suggest bolt casters is because it has the highest damage output out of all of the weapons in the game at low item power. It has area of effect, spammable area of effect, and armor shred for bosses. And like I said, your E-spell deals the most damage out of every single weapon to a single target in the entire game. Now, how do you pair this? Some other channels might tell you to use self-sustain items that will help you heal. You don't need any healing for solo dungeons, okay? Solo dungeons are designed to be cleared by a single solo person. You don't need any healing, you don't need any defensives, you don't need any of that stuff for solo dungeons. You just need to deal as much damage as possible, because the more damage that you deal, the faster you will clear the dungeon and you will make more silver and earn more fame. Now, solo dungeons are no longer worth the fame. You should not ever do solo dungeons, honestly, but because so many people want to know the best build, I will show it to you. Solo dungeons are old legacy content that this game put out a long time ago, and they have not updated this. So the treasure sucks and the fame is terrible, but here we go, here's the build. And let me pop them up on the screen for you. You got bolt casters with the Q2. Now, what does the numbers mean? Q1 is this auto fire spell, and Q2 is explosive bolt. So that means W2 would be the second spell in the row from the left. So you got W1 here is knockback shot. W2 is Sunder Shot, W3 is Caltrops. Alright, so W2 Sunder Shot and Passive 2 Well Prepared. This allows you, when you cast a certain number of spells, that it will reset your Q spell cooldown to cast instantly. Druidic Robe is the highest damage armor that you can possibly wear in the entire game. Now, the passive bonus that you get is not as high as a few others, but it has an active ability that increases your damage by 6% and can stack 6 times. That is a 36% damage increase, which makes it the best armor in the game to wear to combo with your E-spell, which will allow you, even at lower item power and weaker bolt casters, even if you're a brand new player, you will still be able to 1 to 2 shot bosses. Okay? Spectre Hood, what it does is it refreshes your armor's ability, which will allow you to keep those 6 stacks going for longer. So you don't have to build up the stacks again. It's kind of a cheat code. Finally, you have any leather shoes. I'm just using Hellion shoes. Any leather shoes has the refreshing sprint ability, which just makes you run faster, reduces your cooldowns. Thetford Cape is the cape you want to use because of the damage and low cooldown. I'm using a cabbage soup to heal between mobs because I don't need to personally heal myself or run defensives. As soon as I'm out of combat, which I'm out of combat nearly instantly because I kill mobs so fast, the cabbage soup will heal me up by the time I reach the next set of mobs. And then you don't need any potions, but I just brought healing potions just to fill the slot up. So let me show you the what the build looks like and how it runs and how it clears dungeons, okay? We're going to do 30 minutes of dungeons, and I'm not going to speed up the footage, so now that you have the build, you can go ahead, if you want, you can close the video, make sure you subscribe before you do, and go play, or you can see what it's like to do solo dungeons and how much treasure we're going to get in 30 minutes. And remember, I have maximum specs. I'm only doing this in a tier 5 yellow zone, so these things are going to die incredibly super fast. There is one other build that is faster than this, but you need 100 specs in the entire weapon line. You need 100 specs in the entire armor line. It is super expensive, and it's only 15 seconds faster than this current build, which you don't need specs for. This you can start a brand new character and run this build in your first 2 hours of playing, and you will clear dungeons almost as fast as me. Not quite, because I do deal slightly more damage, but still. Let's get started. Let's eat our food. The way this build works is you charge up your Obsessive Burst. We're going to cast our Armor's ability, our R spell, and that's going to give us these 2 little windows up here. When I cast a Q spell, it will add a stack, and the thing is, we just want to stack that up to 6, so I'm just spamming abilities. We have 6 stacks now, and I'm just going to run through. Now that I have 6 stacks, everything I cast deals way more damage. You can see here that I'm nearly killing these in 2 hits. I'm going to cast my armor, and I failed because I let the stacks run out. So, again, I'm just charging up my stacks here, shooting at the ground. which it doesn't look like I'm going to get to 6 stacks this time, but that's fine. We got 5 stacks. That's still enough to kill those in one hit. Kill those in one hit. I was about to say guy, but it's a girl character. Killed the demon that pops out in one shot. Look at that. So we're basically one-shotting everything right now. And you don't have to charge this up on regular enemies if you don't want to. That's totally fine. It just makes it a lot stronger. Also, I got faction defense points because I am faction flagged. Very cool. And I did kill a guy before I came in here, so that's why I'm getting points. But yes, you can see that the Thetford Cape is doing a lot of work. It hits 4 targets. This Q spell, it shoots in a big circle, so I can hit multiple targets just like that. And these guys all spread out, so that's a little problematic. But that's fine because we killed him in 2 hits. This guy takes 1 auto attack in 2 hits. It's fine. And remember, this is without my armor being charged up, but I'm going to show you on a boss. So here's a boss. We're going to hit him with Armor Shred, our W, and our E spell. I only have 3 stacks right now, but look at his HP. It's just gone. He's just dead. He died in 2 hits. And now we take the loot, which is not very good because solo dungeons are not very good anymore for loot. I'm not making this up. It used to be amazing. If you watch... I've been making videos on this game every day for 2 years, and I've been covering this game for 3 years in total. You can watch some of my really old videos. Just go to my channel and search for Solo Dungeon, and you will see just how good the loot used to be. It used to be amazing. I'm checking down here for a buff shrine. There was not a buff shrine. And you'll note that I'm just kind of taking it easy. I'm not speedrunning this. I'm not using my boots to run or anything. I'm just chillaxing. I'm just being cool. But this build, it's by far the fastest. Like, if you go to Reddit or something, they're going to tell you that Great Axe is faster. No, it isn't. Great Axe has longer cooldowns. Great Axe deals less damage. Great Axe doesn't have as many area of effect spells. Like this, I can constantly move forward through the dungeon and just kill everything in 1 to 2 hits. Even bosses with my spells. Let's go ahead and take out that book there, and take out the eagle, or the, I'm sorry, it's a crow, it's a raven, my bad. But look, everything just dies. Now these are tanky enemies here. They're gonna take a few more, you know, than 2 hits, maybe 3. They survive 3 hits. Those are the tanky boys, and that's fine. We're just nuking them. Like our weapon is basically a rocket launcher. Okay, so we've reached the boss. I'm going to activate my jacket and shoot the ground. I've got 3 stacks. Let's get to 6, or 4, and then 5. Okay, so when I hit him with W, and then E, that's 6 stacks. Look at how much damage we're doing. That is 1 spell and the boss is dead. 1 spell, boss is gone. It's that easy. It's super easy, and then there we go. We got the loot. We're going to do this for 30 minutes, though. When my food buff runs out, we'll see how much we made. We can multiply that by 2 to see how much we would make doing this for 1 hour. Now, I'm not going to cut or speed up the footage or edit the footage in any way. This is all one take, unedited. Technically, I just record and upload this. I'm not doing anything special. Now we just run around the zone and look for more solo dungeons. There we go. There's one right there. Because it's a yellow zone, these things are very abundant. And hey, look, another Morgana dungeon. All right. We can try to do this one a little bit faster. Okay, so auto attack. My skills are almost off cooldown. That Thetford Cape pulling through for us. And first one's down. Let's go. Let's move through these bats. We're going to move through this one a little faster. Now we have a buff shrine. Let's go for red buff. We got blue buff. That's fine. Blue buff is really good for this build too, because it means our cooldowns are going to be up sooner, which allows us to keep our jacket stack. Look at that. I got 6 stacks. I'm going to activate my jacket again, and look at that. The 6 stacks remain. So we get to keep the 6 stacks for quite a while now. We got big tanky boy here. He's going to hit us back. That's fine. We're just going to use it to push us forward. And auto attack him down. Use our run. And look at that. Our 6 stacks are about to run out. And I can reactivate my jacket and remain 6 stack. So I'm dealing 649 damage to these mobs. The damage is just insane. I can just march forward and kill everything along my path. Of course, the bats die very quickly. That's just the nature of things. Look how fast they die. It's amazing. Now, if we got red buff, let me tell you, if we got that red buff, we would be dealing over 1,000 damage with 1 Q attack. And let's get him to knock us that way. Shoot him one more time, and then run to we did that floor super fast. Rewind the video and watch how long it took. I bet it was 1 minute and 45 seconds. Or less, possibly. I don't know. With red buff, it would have been even faster. Okay, we're shooting. We're killing. We're going to have them knock us this way so we can shoot at her. Hit her with the auto attack there. Kill the big tanky boy. Go ahead and shoot her, auto attack her, kill that. One more Q will kill him. And we're just moving forward. See, let's keep those stacks going. I used my helmet so I could use my armor so I can keep the stacks. Very cool, right? That way I deal more damage and that way we clear faster. This guy didn't even get a chance to leap backwards. Now I shot the ground so I could refresh the stacks before the buff that allows me to stack stacks ran out. I know that's a little simple or weird. This is a purple boss, possibly legendary. So let's go see what we get in the treasury. And one more auto. Now this guy's it's a tome chest. I normally don't do these, but I'll do it for the video. I'm going to wait and use my W and E spell because he does a pull. There's the pull. Now I'm going to do it because if he interrupts me, this might interrupt me too. Yeah, he interrupted there. So I didn't get to finish my E, but look how much damage we still do to this guy. We can just he has 5.3 thousand HP and he's already dead. I normally skip these bosses because I don't need 13,000 fame. That's not a lot for me. My character is so developed and strong that I can solo group zones by myself. Not with this build. I mean, you could do it with this build, but there's different builds for soloing static or group zones by yourself. This is not technically one of them. You could do it. It's just not as efficient, not as safe. And look at that. 2 shots. We're killing it in 2 hits. Yes, if this was a tier 8 zone, we wouldn't kill it in 2 hits. But at the same time, you would probably run a much slower, more PvP-oriented build, okay? But you're not getting much more loot. Because I can clear these dungeons so fast, I actually make more than people that do black zones. And like, someone can farm tier 8 black zone dungeons all they want. I will out-farm them because I can do like 10 more dungeons than they can. And those 10 dungeons are going to amount to just more earnings. Alright, blow them up. Also, while you have your sprint active, your abilities come back off cooldown faster, which means you can spam abilities much more efficiently. It's just, this build is just magical on how fast and how efficient we can kill everything. So let's just machine gun this boss down, 6,000 HP. And look at that. We killed her in 3 hits instead of 2. This is a purple chest. 40,000, almost 41,000 in loot. That's not, I don't have premium active, by the way. If I did have premium active, I would be getting more silver drops and I would be getting more item drops. But that is not the case. Sadly, premium costs too much these days. Premium is 17.5. Oh man, it went up 500,000 in a day. You can also use this build if you want to open world farm. You know, it's really good for open world farming. Look, I can just shoot these mobs, kill them in 1 hit. Sorry, I've been hydrating a lot before I recorded this, so I might hiccup from time to time. I do apologize. But I am a very thirsty person today. I am very dehydrated. Alright, let's find the next dungeon. And like I said, you can use this to open world mob farm. It's not the fastest for open world. Though open world mob farming, honestly, it is 6 times faster than doing dungeons. But people want a dungeon build. They want me to show off dungeons. The state of solo dungeons. And so we're going to ride around here in the middle area and try to scope out some dungeons. And I won't be open world mob farming for the rest of the video. I just want to show you that it is possible to do. And we're not doing mists because that will unflag our faction. We don't want to do that. Mists are even worse than solo dungeons, okay? They're not good. That is a player. He is gathering. He's out here chopping trees. No, he's out here busting rocks. Never mind. Yeah, he's got, that's a group dungeon. We don't want to do those. This guy just opened a chest or something. Alright, we have not found a solo dungeon yet, but we will... Let's go around the outsides. See if we can find anything. Alright, let's see here. This is part of the problem with solo dungeons. Now, if you see a corrupted dungeon, that is where solo dungeons can spawn. So we just need to remember that little part on the map, and we can check back later to see if someone takes that corrupted dungeon when it respawns. It could respawn as a mist, could respawn as a Hellgate, corrupted dungeon, or solo dungeon. Just gotta be on the lookout. Nothing so far. And again, all these mist spawns too. Those are potential solo dungeon spawns, by the way. So just take note. I also make sure to run over them too. You know, despawn them. Sometimes they'll come back as a solo dungeon. Yeah, that's we still haven't run into one yet. So there are plenty of them though. I just don't know exactly all the spawns on this map. But we will find one eventually. And that will cut into our farming time, unfortunately, but that's just the truth of it. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want to edit the video. I don't want to skip around. I want to prove to you solo dungeons, they aren't what they used to be. They used to be like the bee's knees. They used to be the absolute best way. There's another corrupt dungeon, man. We are not having any luck today. Let's go up this way, see if we can find one. And it's not like other players are doing them. They're honestly not. I don't know why all the new players from East are Google searching solo dungeon builds. Honestly, I have no idea. Maybe it's because they don't know. They haven't been playing for years like me, so they don't realize that solo dungeons, they're appealing because you get loot, but you don't get as much loot as you used to, and there's just better ways to make money in this game. Like, if I was out here gathering, I would have, like, the amount of money that my inventory is worth 46.4 thousand, which it's not a lot. I can make that in very, very quickly just gathering. Like, in, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. I'm not even joking. Alright, we're in a new dungeon, let's go. We've been getting some the Morgana dungeons, and these are the Grove Keeper dungeons. They're the best ones that you want. You don't want the undead dungeons, and you don't want the heretic dungeons. The heretic dungeons are like the humanoid dungeons. The reason why is the bosses are generally crappier, the loot is crappier, the dungeon like layouts are bigger, so they're not as efficient at farming. But you can still get lucky every once in a while. But Grove Keeper, the one I'm in now, is definitely the ones you want to be in. They're the best. And then Morgana's technically the hardest, but they're pretty good. They're not as good. Like, their layouts are kind of big sometimes too. That's just how it is. But you know, we pretty much one-shot these guys, no problem. We can also auto attack into a Q spell to increase our DPS. Most of the time we don't need. Now here's a tip. If you do dungeons as long as me, you'll start noticing things. We have 2 pathways. We have the left path and the right path. If you see 2 torches, that's usually indicative of a boss. So you always want to go to the path with the 2 torches. So let's shoot our Q spells, kill the dudes, and then I don't even need to E him because he's only got 3.5k HP, but we'll do it anyway. I didn't even get to finish my channeling. And hey, look at that, 20,000 in that chest, which it's not that good. It's honestly not that good. So we've made 66,000 silver in a little under 15 minutes now, which is terrible. Absolute garbage for silver gain. And yes, you could argue that the silver I'm picking up, you know, 58 silver per kill, it's nothing. It's absolutely garbage. And you could be like, well, I haven't gotten lucky yet. And that's true. I haven't gotten what's called a jackpot. You need to think of solo dungeons as a slot machine. Every time you open a chest, you are spinning a slot machine, and you could get what's called a jackpot. You get a really rare item from it. The items come from the black market, which is in Caerleon. And the way that works is Caerleon's black market has every item in the game that you can sell to it, right? They have a listing, and that listing will slowly increase over time. And eventually, at some point, what happens is the listing in the black market will become higher than what players trade to each other. So players will buy the item, or find the item, or craft the item. They will take it to the black market because the black market is offering a better deal. So here again, we have 2 choices, bottom left or up. There's 2 torches up, so we're going to go up, and that's going to be a boss room. Now, it's very rarely the case where that's not what happens. So you just have to play around and just explore. But it's a tome boss. I'm going to fight him anyway. He's going to open with a knockback, but let's try to kill him before he knocks me back. So this is a knockback spell. He didn't let me finish my E. It's fine. So, because look, we just kill him so fast anyway. Some bosses will open with a knockback or a stun. You have to dodge it before you open with your big kill combo, because the way the E spell works is it ramps up and then it deals a big chunk of damage at the very end. So if you get interrupted before you finish your channel, you're not dealing nearly as much damage as you possibly could. You'll also notice that I haven't really been using all of my armor abilities or cooldowns. I'm just using the Q spell. That's like the only thing that I use to kill enemies. I could use W. It doesn't deal as much damage. Like, we'll W her. That did 368. Our Q spell deals 524, and it's faster. It's an area of effect, and it has a lower cooldown and a lower mana cost. Or energy cost, whatever you want to call it. I call it mana, the game calls it energy. That's our little blue resource bar. Most people know this as magical energy, magic points, okay? And you can always auto attack into a spell. So I'm hitting, the way I do this You click or push spacebar, and then as soon as you auto-attack, cast your spell. And that is just a way to slowly increase your DPS a little bit. You don't really have to do it, because I just deal a tremendous amount of damage. I don't need to do it, really. I just kill these in like well, I did need to do it for that guy. Okay, I'm not even using 8.4. I'm not even using excellent quality. I don't even have beyond 100 specs in this, but I could definitely, like, my character can get way stronger with this. It's possible for me to deal way more damage than what I'm showing you. What I'm showing you is achievable in just a few days. Look, these bolt casters, they cost 3 million silver, which may seem like a lot to a new player, okay? But if you farm 500 to 600,000 silver an hour with skinning, then that's only, like, that's under 6 hours. That is not a lot. I'm gonna wait for him to throw his rock, step out of the area of effect, and then just machine gun his guts out. And look how fast we killed him. It's just clean. Alright, that was a 2,000 chest. That's what we're mostly going to get on this adventure. So you can see, like it doesn't matter. Like if I wear a 4.1 armor, I made a video that specifies how damage scaling works. You can go check it out on my channel. Just search for item power, and that video will teach you everything. You'll see that our dungeon turned into a wisp. Anyway, it looks like Bridgewatch is here doing some faction fighting, which I kind of want to join in for, but I am filming a video, so it's best if I don't. I'm stealing that. I'm stealing this from this dude. Look at that. It's mine. Oh man, I bet he's mad. But that was too juicy to not steal. And yes, Boltcasters. Another thing too that that just reminds me. Who is this? An AFK player? What's he doing? What is this guy doing? Hello? Are you a bot? No, you're a human. He immediately mounted up. You gotta check to see if they're bots. Okay, so that reminds me. Sometimes when you're doing a solo dungeon, especially a mapped solo dungeon, other players might enter your dungeon to steal it from you. Well, guess what is the best weapon in the entire game to not have your dungeon stolen? It's the Boltcasters, and the reason why is when you reach the boss, the person that deals the most damage to the boss gets the loot. Okay, unless it's one of those enemies that have, like, mobs near them, near the chest, and then it's whoever kills the last remaining mob. But in this case, you just cast your Death Ward Climax on the boss, and you just outdamaged everyone else in the game, unless they are also a Boltcaster user, which means when the boss does die, you get the loot, the person stealing your dungeon does not, and everything is good. Should I go for this? There's a little chest right here. We got 40 seconds left. It's all Bridgewatch people. Let's hang out for a bit, guys. I just want to, like, we can't fight each other because we're all in the same faction. This is another reason why when you're doing solo dungeons that you should absolutely faction flag up. None of us can hurt each other unless one of these people decides to unflag, which, well, they're all pretty strong looking, so I wouldn't want to fight them in my PvE build. But this is going to be a ping race. Okay, the way it works is, I'm going to click the hell out of this with my 67 ping, and hopefully no one rides up and hits me while I do this. But as soon as this chest opens, I'm going to just try to loot as fast as possible, and sometimes people use loot scripts and steal everything, but this could have about 50,000 in it, so I'm doing it. No, I canceled, crap. You see that? I canceled my first channel. I might not be able to grab this. Okay, grab. I got all the good stuff. Oh, I got most of that. Hey, Benji. Yeah, see, people recognize him because I'm a YouTuber. I don't know how much of that I got, but it was worth parking there for 30 seconds. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I gotta pay some repair bills. But there you go. Now, because you watched the whole video and you aren't one of those guys that ducked out in the first 3 minutes of the video, you got that special tip on how to get the loot. I can't believe people were so slow at looting that. What's going on? Is their ping that bad? Maybe, I don't know. But, you know, we got some stuff. Let's go find another dungeon. I am having horrible time on this map finding dungeons. This was a bad map to record on. But, look, they're all corrupted dungeons that no one's doing. There's one. I saw the green glow. I always love it when I record a video like this, and then someone who's paying a lot of attention to the screen, they're like, oh, you missed a solo dungeon at 4 minutes and 26 seconds of the video. By the way, Eastest VTV. I don't know how to say this person's name. Alright, there's no mobs at the entrance. Okay, there's mobs now, but here's another tip for you solo dungeon dwellers. If you go through the dungeon and you just notice a big lack of mobs, then it means someone's in the dungeon. So what you can do is you can open your combat log and see if there's something happening in the distance. And if there is, you can steal the dungeon. You can also, if you see silver piles on the ground, try to loot the silver piles. If it doesn't let you, you know the bodies are fresh. Because a lot of people doing solo dungeons, we don't pick up the silver because it's such a tiny, pointless amount. So, now this guy dropped an item, so I'm backtracking for that, because it could be a tome. It could be yeah, it's just a relic. So that wasn't really worth grabbing, but it's whatever. So we've been at this about, what, 21 minutes now, I think? Yeah, we got almost a little bit 9 minutes left. Another thing, too, let's go with red buff. Come on, red buff, let's go. Yeah, red buff. Yeah, red buff's awesome. We deal so much damage. I want to show you. Look at that, 855. Wait till I build this stuff up, man. It is awesome. 900. All right, shoot him. I'm gonna armor shred this guy. Look at his HP just melt. He is done instantly. And we run so fast with red buff. But what I was gonna say is, I don't remember what I was going to say. I'm sorry. I forgot. My brain is just. I don't know, man. I got red buff and I just forgot all my problems. Alright. Still can't quite one-shot him, but we still two-shot him. Get these guys. Take him down. Oh no, he's healing, guys. What are we gonna do? Look, just look how fast we clear rooms. It's amazing. This build is just... It's fun to play. It's easy to play. We're not gonna attack these guys, because we're gonna go to the next floor. Sadly, our red buff is going to run out soon, but yeah, if you find silver on the ground, it means that you have potential to steal the dungeon from whoever's inside. And especially with bolt casters, you can just yoink it right from under them. And now, if you encounter a group of players in a solo dungeon, that's a little bit harder to steal from. But chances are they're new to the game if they're in a group. So you should never do solo dungeons with a group of players. The fame is already incredibly low. The rewards are already extremely low. There's no reason to ever do it. Like, you're just wasting time unless you just want to hang out with your friends. There's way better things you could possibly be doing. Again, it's a freaking tome chest. I have this weird curse that every time I record a video, all my dungeons are tome chests. So basically, a tome chest appears whenever there's not enough black market activity to merit getting treasure, essentially. And the game is trying to balance out how many runes and bags of silver can spawn every given 45-minute tick interval, I believe, is what the packet sniffers or the code breakers say. I don't know, but it's whatever, man. Tome chests, yes, tome chests indeed. Also, I'm playing during prime time, so that doesn't really help. Well, close to prime time. It's not exactly... Well, no, it is prime time in 1 minute. Wow, okay. 1400, yeah. I am asleep right now because I stepped in the area of effect of this enemy. It's fine, though. See, look, the cabbage soup heals me. As soon as I exit combat, I'm fully healed. So I can just run right up to this boss coming up and just nuke him down without having to heal or swap my abilities or waste any downtime at all. It's great. This is a purple boss. Alright, got another purple. I'm going to wait on my armor for 1 second. Let's charge up. There we go. Get those stacks and fire. He's going to knock me back with this. I'm not going to be able to finish. Oh, wait, never mind. Don't stand there. Look at that. I did 7,700 damage already. He's dead. And this is only worth 21,000. That's sad. That's awful. These chests used to be worth 1 to 2 million 3 years ago. I'm not joking. These chests were worth millions. And you got more stuff. But it's whatever. We got a little bit of time left. We got 5 minutes. That's enough for 2 to 3 floors worth if we can find some dungeons. We just gotta... Oh, look at that. Hey. Oh, double! Oh, baby, a double. Kill the marmot. That's right. We sacrificed the marmot for drops. That's not a real thing. That's just me trying to be very cruel. And someone in the comments like, oh, why'd you kill him? Oh, the poor little creature. And to me, it's just pixels. It's not really a marmot. Okay, it's not a furry creature. It's not real. The skeleton, why don't you... Hey guys in the comments that hate that I kill the innocent animals of Albion, how come you're not mad that I'm killing the innocent skeletons of Albion, huh? What's up with that? Why aren't you pissed that I'm killing skeletons? These skeletons could have been, like, really good people. These skeletons might have, like, returned their shopping carts when they were alive. They might have, like, donated to charity or you know, subscribed to my YouTube channel when they were still alive. Right? Why aren't you feeling bad for them? Because they're throwing rocks at me? They're just defending their homeland. These skeletons, I'm invading their turf. This is their dungeon, their house. If someone came in with, you know, guns akimbo like I'm doing right now, you know, with dual-wielding crossbows, and they started running at you with intent to kill, would you not swing your sword at them? You know, would you not throw your bony rocks at them? Come on, be honest. Alright? These guys are just defending themselves, you know, from a self-defense situation. Yes, there's a shrine there, but I have red buff, and I don't... Well, let's gamble it, guys. 33% chance, and... Oh, we got the worst one. The green buff. Green buff heals you. I don't need healing. It gives you reflect, which is actually problematic, because if you have this buff and you want to go to the next floor and skip the mobs, it puts you in combat, which means you have to fight the mobs before you can go to the next floor. It sucks. But yeah, look at, I'm just killing ghost rats. These rats are already dead, and they're ghosts. This bat, it already lived a full life. It had a nice bat family, and it's stuck as a ghost. I just killed it again. It just it died twice. It felt the sting of death a second time. These skeletons, they could have probably been, you know, nice people when they were alive. And they're just defending their bros. You know, this skeleton king man up here, he took them in, and I just killed this guy's family. This entire guy's family, his cousins, his best friends that have all died, and they're partying as, you know, skeletons. They're minding their own business in this crypt. They're not even harming anybody. They're not coming out of the crypt and attacking people. They're just chilling. They were just, like, talking about fun times when they were still alive. And I just came in here and blew up all their bones. Just shattered them against the walls. And now their sweet dungeon is now a wisp. Oh, man. Get out of here, wisp. Let me go touch these rough logs so I can lose my shield so I can scare the wisp away. Get out of here, wisp. Get out of here. Boo. Bleh. Get out of here. No one likes you. No one likes you except, I don't know, bots. There's so many bots in the wisps now that gather. It's so weird. Like this guy, he was just organizing his buckets of rocks. And his bag of rocks and whatever this is, just his barrel of pickaxes. He was like inspecting them. And yes, this guy is labeled as a thief. I understand that, but he didn't steal from me. What if he was stealing from the government or something, you know? Did he not pay his taxes or something? Like, who gives the right to label him a thief? Okay, this guy's a fire starter, so maybe, you know, maybe he's just starting campfires. It doesn't mean that he's burning down orphanages or anything, guys. I mean, seriously. Y'all need to stop judging these dungeon monsters, okay? Look, they even hung up a little lamp there. It's a little candle. It's burning. They lit up the place. They're clearly not trying to hide or do anything dastardly. But here I am. I'm just a murderous lunatic. I just wandered in their mind. They're working. They're on the clock. This guy was taking a nice little break from pickaxing the wall. And I just shot a rocket right under his foot and blew him apart. He's dead. He's gone. Like, what? I'm the villain of the story. Okay, so we have a crossroads. Remember when I said 2 torches? Well, look, 2 burning barrels. Let's go this way. This is not always the case. But in this case, it was. Look at this. This is Big Spencer. He's in the library. He's reading. He's just wanting to learn more about the world, and I'm about to get clapped. Look at that. He just clapped. He just clapped me, guys. I got clapped. And look, Big Spencer, you know, he's drying up his clothes, you know? And look, there's this little cave back here with another boss. Another hidden boss. A little hidden cave with another Big Spencer. He's twins. I killed his brother. Or maybe this is an anime, like, thing where, like, I kill him, but he's like, ha ha ha, you didn't actually kill me. You killed my straw Bushido clone. Anyway, I'm just killing this poor man in his library, and I looted his stuff that's not even worth anything to me. Like, to show you how worthless this stuff is, I can just throw this out. Like screw it. I don't need that. I don't need it. That's how little I care for his personal belongings. There's always a guy in the comments that's like, why did you trash that? Starving kids in Bridgewatch need that. Okay. Blow them up, kill them, shoot arrows. Let's go. Red buff, yes, let's go, red buff. Now, we activate our armor, we activate our boots, we're running. Now we're like supersonic, we're Super Saiyan mode, guys. We are Kaioken times 10 here. Poor rats. What did the rats even do? Oh no, I left a rat alive. That could be problematic. Make sure to kill everything. Okay, oh, I remember what I was gonna talk about earlier that I forgot. You need to kill 91% of everything in a dungeon to be able to loot the end boss chest. The percentage is, it's either 91% or less than 9 remaining entities alive. It's something like that. Someone data mined it a long time ago, and it's always kind of weird. It's different from dungeon to dungeon. But essentially, as long as you're killing 91% of everything that you've aggroed, okay, but at the same time, I tried the non-aggro technique and it doesn't work. If you invis past everything, and they don't even know you're there, you still have to kill them to get the freaking chest loot. Also, my food buff kind of ran out a little bit ago, so technically this is now more than 30 minutes, but we're gonna finish this dungeon, gosh darn it. Also, I made a video that if you ever find these buff shrines, which I'm about to get one, you should immediately go farm open world mobs instead. So this is a silver shrine. Because of the silver glow, you can see the buff is going to give me 400% additional silver drops. So what this means is that technically I should leave this dungeon immediately and go smash a bunch of mob farms, open world mobs, and I will get like 3,000 to 4,000 silver per kill, which means I could go farm the open world and make more silver than I'm holding in items right now. I'm no joke, no memes, no banter. That's a real thing. That is absolutely what that shrine means. But it's also trying to explain to you that dungeons are dead. Dungeons are over. There is no reason to ever do this content, even at higher tiers. Like, I could run 8.3 dungeons and I'll lose money every time because the map sells for more than it's worth. And this is just a blue chest boss up ahead. It's probably not going to contain much. If it does, it might be a faction cape and it'll be worth 100k. But even then, add 100k to this to make 250k in 1 hour, that's 500k. Farming 500,000 in 1 hour sucks. So it's not worth doing. And even with the drops, like, I could get lucky with drops, yes, I'm aware, but it's just not worth it. There we go, just orb walk these guys. Sometimes they're bunched up over here on the right, which is good, because they are right now. Kill both of them. Let's get our armor back, start charging up, get those stacks, and we're going to take out the biggest roughneck. Roughnecks, go! I'm doing my part. Right in the beans. Okay, I'm bleeding, so I can't open the chest yet. There we go. And look at that, it's 5,000. So even with that chest we looted in the open world, we only made 158,000 in a little over 30 minutes. So that's terrible. And yes, I would make a tiny bit more if I had premium, but I don't have premium. Kill the marmot. You were supposed to be a good luck charm, and you weren't, so you die again. I know you get isekai'd back to life. Let me show you the silver drops. We're going to kill this this person here, this huntress. And look at the silver that we get when it's 4 times the amount. Look at this, 2,000. Okay, now what about this beast of a man? He's a glowing boy, right? And we're going to kill him while we still have the buff. Okay, how much silver does he give? He gave 4,700. So what you do is you find a camp with like 10 of those guys and you kill them all at once, and that's 40,000. Okay, and as soon as you get this buff, because the buff lasts like 3 to 4 minutes. Alright, even the little baby mobs here. Look at this. Little baby mob just gave me 500. Okay, you run around and you farm the open world mobs, and you're going to make way more silver if you get that shrine buff. And if you get the fame buff, it's the same thing. Okay, the fame buff is like double fame, and since open world mobs already give you 6 times the amount of fame, is this player AFK? Please be AFK. No, he's moving. He's moving. I love finding AFKs and killing them with bolt casters. What is he doing? Oh, he's mining. He's mining metal. Is he a bot though? Let's check for bots. Let's check for bots. Oh, he's a bot. No, he's not. Look how much damage we can do to this guy though. Oh, come! I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna say it out loud because I don't know what it means. It could mean something bad. But he's saying something in some language. I'm gonna assume it's Spanish or Portuguese. I don't know. But we did 2 bars of his bear. You know, we did 2 bars. Anyway, guys, that's the video. That is the best solo dungeon build, and it's pretty good. It's pretty fast, but solo dungeons suck. Stop doing them. They were good years ago, but they've been nerfed to hell. They don't give good fame compared to open world. They don't give good silver compared to gathering. You're better off gathering for 30 minutes and doing open world for 30 minutes, and you'll come out ahead than if you did dungeons for an hour. No joke. With that said, I will see you guys in the next video. On the right side of your screen, this video you should absolutely click. It's a good one. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video. If you want to help me out, click that join button down below. I have, it's called channel membership. It's $5 a month. It's like subscribing to someone on Twitch, but it's on YouTube. And the cool thing about it is you get access to private, more personal videos that are not available to the public, which are advanced guides, tips, tricks, and money secrets that are just so good that I can't reveal them to the public because it'll ruin the economy. With that said, don't forget to leave a like, you know, comment on, I read every comment. I read every single comment that anyone's ever left on my channel, ever. I'm not even joking. I have no life. It's all I do all day. So, again, click that video on the right side of your screen right now. It should be up there. And I'll see you in the next one. Also, there's a Discord link. You can maybe try your hand, but 99% of people don't get in. Anyway, take care.